He's always right on time to work, and it's still dark. I bet it must be easy to find somewhere to park.
Yes, sir, you're on the air.
Say the AM radio, it's the Uncle Henry Show. You know you're up when you hear that Roll Tide roll.
Roll Tide roll.
You can talk bacon grease, you can talk geese, you can talk about the way things used to be. And if you get lucky, you might even talk to Freddie. Talk Congress, crime and cruise ship celibacy, entertainment districts. Talk politics, just leave his mama out of this.
You leave my mama out of this.
It's crushing Ronald Reagan, and don't y'all forget to pray. A celebrity Bible verse to start your day.
Lord have mercy. Read your Bible.
Giant moon pies and ugly ties and ill-named football bowls. Be sure you end your call with Roll Tide roll.
Roll Tide roll.
You can talk bacon grease, you can talk geese, you can talk about the way things ought to be. And if you get lucky, you might even talk to Freddie. Talk Congress, crime and cruise ship celibacy, entertainment districts. Talk politics, just leave his mama out of this.
Mama out of this. It's horrible.
Let's talk about the Constitution.
I'm uncomfortable being called baby.
Just don't talk about prostitute or
Cut that out.
testosterone.
Don't send me things to click.
You can talk football, baseball, and eating meat, tea parties and bringing up children. You can talk city streets, deadbeats, and the way things probably ain't never gonna be. Talk politics, just leave his mama out of this.
What's the matter with you people?
Talk politics, just leave his mama out of this.
Making songs about my mama. Leave my mama out of this now.
Come ride a little train going down the track at the junction. Woo, woo! Very cool junction. There's old Uncle Joe moving kind of slow at the junction. Woo, woo! Very cool junction. I will return.
Message deleted.
Hey, Uncle Henry. Listen, man, this is the times we're living in. Interest rates up and the stock market's down, and you're going to get mugged if you go downtown. Well, I live back in the woods, you see. My woman and my kid and my dog and me. I got a shotgun rifle and a pole, and a country boy can survive.
Watch for an accident with road blockage west Fairfield Drive at Mobile Highway in Pensacola. Seeing congestion west on the Bayway. Heading from the eastern shore to the tunnel in Mobile. It's a 21-minute drive. Crews are on the scene of an accident on Highway 90 at Morgan Avenue. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Baque.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Looking for affordable blinds, shades, or shutters for your home? Don't hire an expensive pro. Check out Blindster.com, where we offer custom-made window coverings at guaranteed low prices with a team of pros ready to help you every step of the way. Blindster.com.
If you see traffic trouble, call the Acadian Windows traffic tip line at pound 250, keyword total traffic when prompted. Acadian Windows, your hurricane protection specialists.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bills. That's bills. Enter it now. At newsradio710.com. The Uncle Henry Show. Weekday afternoons from 5 till 7.
Uncle Henry, where are you at? We looking for you.
Wonderful town, wonderful people, places to go, things to see. My love is Mobile, that's my wonderful town. Beautiful homes, schools and churches, entertainment, places to shop. My heart's in Mobile, That's my wonderful town. Mobile, the center of transportation. Business and industry set the pace. Mobile's got the Junior Miss celebration. Home of Mardi Gras and Senior Bowl game.
Mobile is great to live in and work in.
The climate's ideal for progress, you see. My love is Mobile. That's my wonderful town.
Roll, Tide, roll, Uncle Henry.
This is the Uncle Henry Show here on News Radio 710 WNTM. Thank you so much for listening to the Uncle Henry Show. I appreciate that. You don't know how much I appreciate it. In fact, even if you don't listen all the time, you can always tell me that you do. That's all I care about. Just tell me that you do. Once again, here we are together, me and you, trying to figure out what is going on in the world around us. What is going on in the world around us? We can figure it out together. 251-479-2723. That's 251-479-2723. Email address unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. Got all kind of stuff to get into, all kind of things to talk about. So many things going on with the government, especially the federal government, at just about every level that we can get into. Nancy Pelosi announcing her retirement after she's been up there in that Congress almost as long as I've been in radio. She's done a lot better than me, by the way. I think her net worth something like $240 million. Now, I hope she goes on a series of lectures. I hope she lectures around the country teaching all of us how to get our net worth up to $240 million on her salary. All right, let's see. 251-479-2723. That's 251-479-2723. A lot to talk about, but I've got a living caller on the line. Let me go to the phones. Hello, caller.
Hey, Uncle Henry.
Cliff, you are live on the radio.
Uncle Henry, we might just need to ask the Obamas about how to get rich quick. All they ever did was lie to black folk. And they headed toward that way. They got 4 or 5 nice mansions.
Yeah.
For just lying and fooling black folk.
Well, they people loved. They get a lot of money for speeches and books and stuff like that. Doing quite well.
But still, they just lying for a living. But this is what I call you about and stop laughing. My wife, she was ministering at the waterfront mission.
Yeah.
They keep asking her to come back.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there looking at these guys, man. Your heart goes out for them.
Right.
Because the people we're listening at the wrong people. The Democrats never have, the politicians that left it never have had a good plan for black people except for to keep them poor and keep them voting. And it dawned on me sitting in that chair, as stupid as I am, okay, these people are telling you in your face that we're going to stop everything that Donald Trump tries to do, no matter what it is. Okay, now, they're getting ready to not have any food for Thanksgiving because some of these people didn't have nerves enough when you got money, you stock up. You put away. So if you got these food stamps, you stock up, you put away. But these people are so stupid that they're blaming Donald Trump for what's going on when the Democrat Party sit there and tell these people every day, whatever he tries to do, we're going to stop it. Black people have been stupid ever since Lyndon B. Johnson New Deal. It's amazing how stupid these people, they still blaming Donald Trump when the leftists have told the people that they love, we don't care if you starve. We're going to do everything we can to stop Donald Trump, even feeding you. You have a blessed day on hand.
Cliff, thank you very much for your phone call. I appreciate hearing from you, Cliff. And would love to hear more about the ministering your wife does down at the Waterfront Rescue. And in terms of stopping what Trump is doing and all that kind of stuff, of course, the Democrats could end the shutdown. All they got to do is go in and vote, and they could stop it as quick as, I mean, just like that, it'd be over if they wanted to. But now, I don't know. I thought for sure there'd be a caving by now. But did the victories of the leftists over this week, is that, are they now afraid to end the shutdown because they don't want to make the people that voted upset, the base upset? I don't know. Really curious about how long this is going to go. And like you, this is because it's the longest shutdown, no idea how long it'll go. But Trump, Cliff, you mentioned running on the premise of stopping everything Trump does. The problem with that is he won't be there in a few years. Then what do you run against? Are you going to just run against people who shook hands with Trump or people that were photographed with Trump? I mean, what? They'll have to have something new to run against. I'm sure that, and that's what they're building J.D. Vance up to be, is the next best thing to Donald Trump to run against. But Cliff, it'd be nice if, I was trying to figure out what are the political parties promising us, either one, and have they delivered on it? It's worth thinking about. Then it's certainly before the next time we vote, which will be next year. All right, coming up, there's so much to get to. I got to go into a break for traffic and weather and words from our sponsors, but so many things to get into. I've got some provocative voicemails. I've got all these news items to touch upon on the national, state, and local level. All that and more as we move forward here on this beautiful, gorgeous Thursday. Back after the break with more Uncle Henry Show.
710 Time Saver Traffic from the Main Street Flooring and Design Traffic Center.
Heavy congestion still developing on the Bayway, heading westbound on I-10 after an accident was cleared out of the tunnel in Mobile. Heading from the Eastern Shore to the tunnel, it's an 18-minute delay. It's also backing up due to an accident on Highway 90 at Morgan Avenue. And we've got an accident on Fairfield Drive at Mobile Highway in Pensacola. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Bakke.
Facebook viewers, thank you for, or not Facebook viewers. Yes, I guess I need to get some rest. YouTube viewers. Hello, YouTube viewers. I appreciate very much you looking in on YouTube. Hello to KP of shirtbutter.com, Pat Nelly, Rick Henry, Larry Morting, Bama Big Man, Excalibur Iron Force. I don't know how to pronounce some of your names. Steve, thank you for looking in. And yes, like and subscribe. That does, I do appreciate that. JD, where am I going on vacation? I'm going to Midtown Mobile. I will tomorrow afternoon, little Uncle Henry Show vacation. I will be on KSJ tomorrow. We are pushing. We're trying to raise money for Vets Recover on Veterans Day, and we're pushing this concert that's coming up next Tuesday night. So I'm going to be coming in tomorrow and playing some country music and trying to push that concert. But I will not be here tomorrow afternoon. Norman Richardson, hello to you. See, what can I tell you while I'm waiting to go back on the radio? Is there anything? I saw a variety of weird news stories. I've noticed now that I pay attention to the news that is called weird news, there's a lot of stories that keep getting reported out of China. And I'm now wondering if they're all fake. Because almost every day in the weird news, there's a story out of China that's extremely odd. And I just wonder if there's somebody writing these stories and claiming that they're coming from China because they know that people like me can't verify it. By the way, today, I don't have any weird news out of China. I'm just saying, I've noticed a lot of weird news stories out of China. But I will get into the weird news. Stupid criminal story. A massive brawl broke out this past weekend at the grand opening of a Bass Pro Shop in Odessa, Texas, and this was over a bathroom. Two men they were waiting in line for the bathroom at the brand new Bass Pro in Odessa, Texas. According to police reports, one man told officers his wife and child were waiting to use the bathroom when someone finally came out. He told that person they had been taking too long. And the argument escalated and got physical quickly, and then it spread as more people got involved. The two men who started the fight over how long they were in the bathroom, they had minor injuries. All parties involved declined to press charges. Now imagine a fight in a bar escalating and more people jumping in. That sounds real to me, but the idea that people jumped in, this was at 3 p.m. at a Bass Pro Shop. People jumping in to get into a physical fight, and the fight was over, you took too long in there. All right, well, just remember these things measure your words carefully when you're waiting to get into the bathroom. You never know what you could start.
Episode of Our American Stories.
This is the Uncle Henry Show on News Radio 710 WNTM.
It is 5:20. Uncle Henry Show proceeding forward. Telephone number if you'd like to call in. Tell me something, 251-479-2723. 251-479-2723. Let me go to the voicemail. Voicemail number 251-216-1976.
Roll Tide, huh? Well, Uncle, I see here on the Facebook where Nancy Pelosi has retired. Good riddance, you old hag.
Oh, my. All right, well, 68-year-old Chris using the insult hag. Now, is that still... Does Generation Z use that as an insult? Because I haven't heard that thrown around a lot in the last few years. But I'm curious, does Gen Z use that as an insult, or is it strictly Gen 68-year-old Chris? What would that be, boomer? Is that a boomer insult to call someone a hag? Either way, it's not a nice thing to be called. Now, you heard what 68-year-old Chris had to say about Nancy Pelosi retiring, good riddance, and then he insulted her in that way. Now, President Trump had something to say about it. If you did not hear what he had to say, here is a brief report on that.
Asked for any reaction to former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announcing she won't run for another term, President Trump responded.
I think she's an evil woman. I'm glad she's retiring. I think she did the country a great service by retiring.
Pelosi served as...
All right, so a very evil woman doing the country a good service by retiring. And she gave an interview in the last few days where she said something. I can't remember the exact quote. She said something that she said that Donald Trump was the most vile thing on earth or something like that on the entire planet. Now, when I look at her net worth in Congress since the late 80s, the salary around $220,000. Her net worth is now $240 million. Now that's pretty good, I would think. $240 million. I would think. Now, see, I'm not. I know this may shock you, but I've not done that well compared to Nancy Pelosi. Compared to Nancy Pelosi, I'm not in her zip code when it comes to money. $240 million net worth. When you have a net worth of $240 million, now the way I imagine that, I don't know what it's really like, of course, because I'm at a point in life where I'm still budgeting and stuff like that. $240 million. I would imagine, maybe I'm wrong, but I would imagine I'd be in a good mood most of the time. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you guess you would be? Sure. You can't buy happiness, allegedly. But wouldn't you be in a good mood? I think I'd be walking around smiling really big if I had a net worth like that. I don't even know if I'd give an interview to throw out some insults. With that kind of money, she could buy a blimp and put, have an insult about President Trump on the blimp and fly it around anywhere he goes. I mean, $240 million. Of course, now that she's announced her retirement, other Congress people are talking about some type of legislation to prevent all of this stock trading, where you've noticed that some Congress people outperform the rest of the people playing the market quite significantly, do quite well for each other. I think there's probably some other people in Congress doing even better than her, messing around with the market. They won't give us term limits. Could they at least make it so that they can't use insider trading, knowledge they've got that we don't, so that their stocks don't outperform the rest of us? Could they at least throw us that bone of passing some legislation where they're not going to be able to insider trade? Just throw us a bone there. 251-479-2723, the telephone number. Hello, caller.
What's up, Uncle Henry? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Oh, doing well. This is Steve, by the way.
Hey, Steve.
Sometimes you don't recognize my voice. It's all good. But yeah, man, I'm actually at home today. I'm not driving home like normally when I call you, but my vertigo was kicking in today, so I had to take the day off, unfortunately. But it's getting better. I'm feeling a lot better. And,
good.
And took a little siesta earlier, and you know how rest always helps. But
yes.
These Democrats and the media that is the Democrats also, they're spinning this. They're making people suffer while they're getting paid. They're cutting off people's food and everything. I think they want to cause chaos in the street because they know that, unfortunately, a lot of people that are on EBT are going to blame Trump because they think that people are uneducated as how the government works.
Right.
And they don't understand that Donald Trump can't just wave his hand and say, pay the people. He can't do that. It's the Congress has to allocate the money.
Right.
the Senate in particular. They have to vote, and for some reason, the Republicans in the Senate won't do what the Democrats will do. They say, oh, well, if the Democrats get in there, they're going to. They already have. They did it. They set the precedent, but the Republicans are spineless, and they won't do what the Democrats did a few years ago, change the rules, nuclear option, and change the rules back. That's what the Democrats did under Harry Reid. What's the problem? I don't understand. We need to get some stuff done. Let's get it done. But they're spineless and there's going to be. They arrested Donald Trump's lawyers. Think about that.
Yeah.
They arrested Donald Trump's legal counsel on RICO charges. All right. I think they pushed the issue just about as far as they can without just sending stormtroopers to MAGA people's houses, kicking the door in with, hey, they did that too. There's some people just wandering around the Capitol on January 6th. So unless the Republicans grow a spine and go ahead and end this fight now, while we got, like the guy in The Godfather said, let's hit them while we got the muscle to do it. Otherwise, this, if they get back in power, if they mess this up and they let those Democrats back in power, even just the House of Representatives, it's going to be impeachment.
That is right. I'm with you on that.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like it's slipping away because, the way. But I'm not that concerned with those races, yesterday, day before, whatever, because it was blue people winning in blue areas.
Right.
But, they start flipping seats in areas that got flipped before, these purple areas and everything, and they lose that Congress, it's all over. It's done. They're liable to put a price on our heads. These people are. They just elected a guy who wanted to kill some guy. Said wanted to kill his political opponent's children, and said if he had Pol Pot, Hitler in the same room with 2 bullets, that guy would get that guy gets shot twice.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, I'm on the break. Thank you for your call.
From the Spring Hill Toyota Traffic Center.
Traffic is gradually improving now westbound on the Bayway. We had a breakdown coming out of the tunnel in Mobile that was moved to the right shoulder. And from the Eastern Shore to the tunnel, it's a 5-minute delay now. Also, we have an accident Highway 90 at Morgan Avenue and an accident on Fairfield Drive at Mobile Highway. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Baque.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.
Talking about accidents near the tunnel. Back in the mid-2000s, I had an engine blow on a car right at the entrance of the Wallace Tunnel. Tell you what, they sent like a SWAT team to get me out of there. They'll get you out of there fast.
According to the DA, the 75-year-old victim lives in downtown Grove Hill, not far from the high school. The DA says Pugh kicked in the woman's door early Sunday and attacked her while she was asleep. Prosecutors say she told police she escaped and ran to a neighbor's house to call for help while the man was trying to undress in her home. We're told Pugh is known to law enforcement. He's been convicted of indecent exposure 3 times. His next hearing is set for November 19th. A Sims woman facing manslaughter charges in the death of her child during a crash.
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt the news, but there was just a pervert story on. Have there always been all these perverts and we didn't know about them? Have there always been this many perverts? Or are we in a golden age of perverts? I'm just curious.
Pursued. The City of Mobile's Department of Public Safety hosting an exercise to show how they prepare for dangerous extreme heat events. With the help of the Office of Resilience and Sustainability, they simulated extreme heat scenarios to evaluate the existing action plan. The hope, improving coordination before an actual heat wave event. NOAA awarded the city $20,000 this year to put together the exercises. I'm Cameron Taylor with Fox 10 News on this iHeart radio station.
A packed house at Auburn's Neville Arena for Turning Point USA's college campus tour. Senator Tommy Tuberville was one of the headliners.
Men are men and women are women.
An Auburn student named Adrian explains why he came to the event.
I was raised up in a non-religious household where faith wasn't really something that was seen as important, but about 2 months ago when Charlie Kirk died, and then after his funeral, I just started going back, watching a lot of stuff he said about faith, reading the Bible, and I've since given my life to Christ, and I credit that to Charlie.
The event was free and open to the public. Auburn football will play Notre Dame for the first time. The home-and-home series starts in 2027. The Tigers will head to South Bend for a road game, and the Fighting Irish will come to Jordan-Hare in 2028. I'm Leah Brandon.
This is News Radio 710 WNTM.
Fox News, I'm John Saucier. We're 37 days into this government shutdown. Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin tells Fox Business that Democrats have an entirely new demands after winning elections in Virginia, New Jersey, and New York City.
Now their demands are they want to guarantee the House will do it. They want to take authority away from the president. They want the president to reinstate some of the stuff that he has taken away from the former Biden administration. It's like we're not doing that.
A UPS cargo plane crashed after an engine fell off on Tuesday night at Louisville's Muhammad Ali International Airport. 12 people are dead, at least 9 unaccounted for. National Transportation Safety Board member Todd Inman telling reporters no maintenance issues were found before takeoff.
UPS has told us at this time there were no maintenance work done on the aircraft in question immediately prior to the flight that would delay it in any way, shape, or form.
America is listening to Fox News.
Uncle. All right, back on the radio here in about 2 minutes. YouTube viewers, thank you. If you're still watching, thank you. I appreciate it very, very much. Have a caller waiting. A living caller is on the phone. Rick Henry, you know, the sauce man there for Fox News, he just loves the, I don't want to say the sound of his own voice, but just stretching it out. Richard Harvey, hello to you. Rick Kennedy, hello to you. Roll Tide! All right, let's see. Going to be back on the radio in about 1 minute. What can I tell you while I'm waiting to go back on the radio? Japan has deployed military troops to the mountainous north of Japan to help trap bears. Because since April, more than 100 people have been attacked by bears in northern Japan, with a record 12 deaths in Japan. They had to send the military in to deal with bear attacks in northern Japan. Now, when I get home this evening, I'm looking this up online to make sure this is a real news story. They say that brown bears on one northern island in Japan can reach almost 900 pounds.
And get the launcher that is right for you and your family.
This is News Radio 710 WNTM.
This is the Uncle Henry Show. It is 5:35. Telephone number 251-479-2723. I've got a caller on the line. Caller, hang on just a second. I briefly want to say something to Steve, who just had called and was talking about. He described what he said were spineless Republicans in the Senate on the topic of the filibuster. He called them spineless. Now, I have a personal opinion.
Personal opinion time.
Yes, it's personal opinion time.
Personal opinion time. Personal opinion time.
Steve, it is my personal opinion that there are many Republicans in the Senate especially that do not like President Trump at all. I know this is a shock to many people, but I believe that there are numerous Senate Republicans. They don't like President Trump. They pretend to, but they don't like him. There's many politicians in Washington, D.C. that are very comfortable with the status quo that was there before Trump. They like the status quo. They don't really care if they're in the majority or the minority. They figured out how to make some cash. They got the donors lined up that they want to have lined up. They vote for the stuff that gets them money from the donors. They just enjoy it. They're on a gravy train up there. And they're waiting him out. They're waiting him out. They know he's got a few more years. They're waiting him out. I don't know that it's spineless as much as it is that they just really don't care to do what Trump and Trump's voters want done. They're just glad to be up there. It's a cushy job. It's hard to lose when you're a senator. That's just, again, personal opinion.
Personal opinion time.
251-479-2723, the telephone number here on the Uncle Henry Show. Hello, caller.
Hey, Uncle Henry, how you doing?
Is this Snake Trapper?
Hey, Uncle Henry.
Snake Trapper.
Yes, sir, it is. How you doing, bro?
I've been wondering if you're okay. Are you all right? You've been gone a while.
Uncle Henry, I have, man. I've been doing a whole lot of reflecting, Uncle Henry, and this thing with the way the federal government is going with the shutdown, and in this AI Atlas that's just appeared from the backside of our sun. Henry, let me tell you what's going on, man. Our federal government has failed us. Uncle Henry, Nancy Pelosi will never be held accountable because of the fact not only are a bunch of Democrats doing that, but also them Trump-hating Republicans are.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, Uncle Henry, the federal government is shut down. It needs to stay that way. Now, I hate it for the people that is dependent on our federal government for food or what have you. I hate it for them. And what I would say to them people, that you are making wrong choices in this life. Uncle Henry, my grandmother taught me to trust God first and myself second. And in doing that in life, Uncle Henry, like I said, I don't care if the federal government ever opens again, Uncle Henry. It will not affect me one bit. I'm like the old Country Boy Can Survive song. I can skin a buck and run a trot line, Uncle Henry, and I will survive. It's not going to affect me, and it is absolutely disgusting because I have realized that our federal government has failed us. And, yeah, Democrats have a lot to blame, but, yes, sir, the Republicans also, Uncle Henry.
Well, it couldn't happen without the Republicans. Yeah.
It could not have happened without them, Uncle Henry. And as far as I'm concerned, I would love to see the federal government abolished, or to an extent where its only factor in this country or our states is to protect it militarily, and nothing else. Nothing else, Uncle Henry. I mean, they've sold us out, and I've come to the conclusion that this country is lost, and it is. And then over the next year, upcoming year, Uncle Henry, they're going to inform us about this comment that is, like I said, is surfaced from the backside of our sun. Uncle Henry, it's not acting like a comment at all. And the great physicist, Harvard graduate Ivy Loeb, has confirmed that there is a good chance that is alien technology. And one of our senators has said that they have craft in the ocean that is able to move at 200 plus miles an hour, almost at the speed of sound, which is, for those folks that don't know, is up close to 714 100 miles an hour. So I don't know what's going on, Uncle Henry, but what I do know is I trust in the Lord, and no matter what happens, I will be fine and I will be eating. So, I hate it for the people that has to depend on them. I hate it for, I'm just confused, Uncle Henry. But like I said, I'm not worried because I know the Lord has my back. And anybody out there that is troubled, I would ask them to reach out to Jesus Christ. If you do not believe in the Lord, reach out and try to see him, and he will let you know that he exists, Uncle Henry. So, to each his own. Everybody, it seems like over this upcoming future of this country, you are on your own. I know that's a lot to take in, Uncle Henry.
Well, it is, but I just want to say I agree with much of what you said. I don't know about the comet part because I haven't read up on it as much as you have, but I certainly agree with your opinion of the way the federal government has been run, what our elected officials have allowed it to become. It has become an entity of itself, the bureaucratic nature of it. And I'm with you on that part, definitely. But I'm just glad to hear from you, because I was worried that that you were maybe having a health crisis or something. So I'm glad that you're still alive and kicking and able to feed yourself.
Oh, I'm alive and going to be kicking on, Henry. Like I said, I've been busy. I've been working a lot. But man, to all the people out there that's confused and don't know what to do, I would ask you to reach out to the Lord. I mean, it's in the Bible. If you seek Him, you will find Him. And what gets me is the people that don't believe, Uncle Henry, that will not even try. But if you're out there and you're a non-believer, if you'll just reach out to Him, you'll find out, and you will become a believer. And nothing can harm you, Uncle Henry. Like I said, if North Korea dropped an atomic bomb on us today, I know that tomorrow I will be in the presence of the Lord. So therefore, I'm not worried. I'm not worried, and I will be able to feed my family. I got a 410 shotgun, Uncle Henry, and I got probably about 600 rounds. And that lake out here in my house is full of geese and turtles. So my family will eat. I don't care how bad it gets. And like I said, as far as I'm concerned, I think the federal government should not ever reopen. And if it does, it should open to a point where its only use is to defend the country against foreign enemies. And then let it go back to the way it was. When the 13 colonies, when the states all did themselves. And then if you want to live in a state like New York with a communist that wants to pay for everything, and that's the life you want to go, you can go to Texas, Florida, Alabama, where if you want to work hard and make your own living, you can.
All right. Well, Snake Trapper, thanks for calling.
Yes, sir, Uncle Henry. You have a good day, my
You
friend.
too. Thank you very much, Snake Trapper. And perhaps in the future, we'll get a call not just about the government, but also about snake behaviors and activities as we're heading into a deep cold snap next week. Are these snakes going to be coming into our houses? We'll have to learn about that at some point here in the next few days. All right, going to take a time out with traffic, weather, and words from our sponsors, and then more Uncle Henry Show here on News Radio 710 WNTM. Before I go to break, I want to invite you, if you don't have plans next Tuesday night, Shelby Mitchell of 95 KSJ and me, we're going to be down at Doherty's on Dauphin Island. I believe my bride will join us as well. We're down there for a concert. Dylan Carmichael in concert, raising money for Vets Recover. Vets Recover helps veterans in Mobile every year that are struggling with mental health issues, PTSD. They do great work, and we're raising money for them. Details on that concert at 95ksj.com.
710 Time Saver Traffic from the Main Street Flooring and Design Traffic Center.
Traffic is gradually improving now westbound on the Bayway. We had a breakdown coming out of the tunnel in Mobile that was moved to the right shoulder. And from the Eastern Shore to the tunnel, it's a 5-minute delay now. Also, we have an accident, Highway 90 at Morgan Avenue, and an accident.
YouTube viewers, thank you. If you're still watching, I appreciate that very, very much. Let me take a quick look and see. And yes, Bill O'Dell. Now, KP, please turn off whatever device you're listening to me on when you're in the shower. I do not prefer that anyone listen while bathing or in a state of undress. Please do not listen while bathing or in a state of undress. Please show some respect for the program. And hello to Bill O'Dell. Hey, Bill. All right, let's see. What can I tell you while I'm waiting to go back on the radio? Let us see. Where was it? All right, there we go. Let's see, looking in the unusual news stories for you. An elderly Frenchman has he's 77 years old. He survived 3 days trapped in a ravine. He fell off of a bicycle, fell into a ravine and survived 3 days trapped in the ravine. He fell 130 feet down the mountain. He could not climb out of the ravine. He shouted for help. No one heard him. The way he survived, he says, is he rode his bicycle to the grocery store and he was riding home when he fell down the mountain into the ravine. He survived, he said, by drinking all of the wine that he had picked up at the grocery store. The rescuers, after 3 days, they heard his screams for help. They saved him. They said when they found him, he was cold, tired, and a little drunk, but lucky to be alive, surviving by drinking wine. There's a man in Australia that wanted to get in the Guinness Book of World Records for having the longest name. So back in 1990, he changed his name legally in Australia to include 2,251 middle names. And I believe in Australia, they passed a law so you can't do that anymore. He annoyed them to the point that they passed a law where you can't do that anymore down there. See, this is another example. Anytime I see a story about somebody getting in the Guinness Book of World Records, I always want to know, are they married? Because this doesn't sound like something a wife would put up with. Oh, here's one of these stories about China. China has a space station, and now they have a smokeless oven in their space station, and Chinese astronauts are grilling chicken wings in orbit. The oven uses oil-free baking and advanced filtration to keep it all very clean. So they're able to grill chicken wings in space. Sounds like it's weird that they figured this out.
Hey. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. This is News Radio 710 WNTN, an iHeartRadio station.
Uncle Henry Show, News Radio 710, WNTM. It is 5:50. News headlines coming up in 10 minutes. Let me go. I got a voicemail just moments ago during Snake Trapper's call.
Uncle Henry, just because somebody receives assistance from the government does not necessarily mean that they have made wrong choices in life. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, sir. Thank you for that, and I agree with that. I am glad that we help people in our country. I'm glad I want to take care of widows, want to take care of orphans, want to take care of the disabled, people that cannot take care of themselves. Absolutely want to take care of those folks. And also want to help people who have had maybe lost a job and need some temporary help, just to help them get to the next job. So, yeah, I'm with you that not everybody has made a bad choice when they end up getting help from the government in that way. Thank you very much for that. Voicemail number 251-216-1976. That's 251-216-1976 to leave a message for the Uncle Henry Show. Now, I got an odd voicemail from Buford. This was unexpected, but I'm going to go ahead and share it because this might have information. Well, this is news to me.
Henry, this is Buford. Henry, if you ever wondered where crackheads and meth heads and old street walking prostitutes go after they have survived all the bad decisions they've made in their life and reached old age, their elderly statuses, Henry, they can be found at the Dog Track Casino here in Theodore.
Oh.
My Lord, what a collection of humanity. And Henry, you know, I've always been for casino gambling, but walking in that place has kind of altered my perspective on it. I'm still for.
By the way, I have not been out there. I'm trying to think of the last time somebody took me to dinner out there. This would have been like 1989. Yeah, 1990-ish. That's the last time I've been out there.
For casino gambling, but Henry, I do not believe a casino should be allowed in a decent area. Boy, does it draw in the trash. Henry, Atmore's a good place for a casino.
What?
But in Theodore's not really a bad place for a casino, but you do not want one in your backyard, let me tell you. And Henry, what surprises me, and I've worked with the public for 27 years now.
Yeah.
Not much surprises me, but what surprises me is the amount of prostitution that it brings in.
Now are you... All right, again, I'm very uncomfortable with this topic. But you're claiming that this is in the Theodore area, that you're talking about prostitution in the Theodore area?
The amount of prostitution that it brings in. Henry, and you know, elderly prostitutes, if that's your thing, they can be found in a casino. But also, too,
elderly?
It's surprisingly how many young gals that have decent jobs, like Waffle House waitresses and such jobs like that.
Yeah.
That hook on the side, to use a slang term.
What?
Henry, let me tell you.
What?
Be careful.
I cannot believe I've been doing this show. I've been doing this show since when? It's been a long time. No one has ever revealed any of this. I've never heard the phrase uttered on Mobile radio, hook on the side. I've never heard this.
Side, to use a slang term. And Henry, let me tell you, be careful. They target elderly men when they make a big winning on a slot machine, Henry. They'll slide right on in. And
Well, I'm not playing the slots.
Talk them out of their winnings.
I'm not playing the slots.
If you go to a casino, Henry, with your new bride, you're most likely there will be a jealous incident that's uncomfortable for all parties involved.
Well, look, let me stop you there. Now, my bride and I, to each his own. It's still allegedly a free country in some ways. So whatever you want to do, listener. But my bride and I, we're not entertained by the gambling. And I understand that it affects some people's minds. Some people really are just excited when they see those slot machines and stuff. It just doesn't. It doesn't attract me in any way. And I thank the Lord for that. I'm glad.
I just never seen this many prostitutes in one spot just openly working.
Wow.
Anyway, Henry, just an observation of life. You have a good day.
All right. Well, Buford, what a mind-blowing. This is one of the more mind-blowing voicemails I've received in the history of the program. I'm learning new phrases, learning new behaviors. This made me nervous. Just listening to it made me nervous. All right, listener, we're going to move away from this topic. The Uncle Henry Show will continue after the news break, and I'm moving away from the topic.
I'm Chad Pergram with the Speaker's Lobby. You hear a lot of lawmakers bragging about introducing legislation, but George Washington University political science professor Casey Burgett notes that introducing a bill really isn't much of an achievement in Congress. Burgett points to an example on March 29, 2023, when Republican Arizona Representative Andy Biggs introduced 521 separate bills in just a matter of moments. Many of them took aim at
YouTube viewers, thank you for looking. I appreciate it very, very much. I'm fixing to turn off the camera. The show will continue on News Radio 710 WNTM if you want to listen to all that stuff. I will not be here tomorrow. I will be back Monday at the regular time. Have a very pleasant night tomorrow and weekend.
About Subject X. Lawmakers introduce thousands of bills during each two-year Congress, and only a few dozen ever make it to the president's desk and are signed into law. With the Speaker's Lobby, Chad Pergram, Fox News.
Uncle Henry here with John McNeil and Virginia O'Brien of Mobile Bay Financial Solutions.
Are rising prices making it hard to maximize your